Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Sarah, and I'm going to be reading from the Book of Knowing Inward. Let me turn that around. I'm on day 19 for anybody that's been following and reading along. We're on day 19, and it's called The Kingdom. So if you haven't heard of Paul Selig, check him out. He is the channel for these books, and these books are here to guide us in our ascension, in our awakening, and they've just been a huge impact on my life, and I wanted to share these books with people, so maybe it resonates with you, and you can pass it on. Okay, so I'll be reading day 19, The Kingdom. We will teach you now about our responsibility to the ordering of this text, so that Paul may feel free to stop worrying about what goes in and what does not go in. It all goes in. We spoke last night to our students here and afar, and we will continue the teaching today on our chapter under the knowing that we are claiming the passage before you and choosing to take you where we need you to go to be in your frequency, in your entitlement of what we have claimed for you. Now we ask you, Paul, to step aside. We will give you the information we need now, and then we will begin the chapter that we would like to dictate. The chapter last night was The Doorway, and that is the claim and the title of it. We begin a new chapter today about responsibility and requirements of the individual to be in her authority regardless of what she encounters. You have all decided to take the step forward through the doorway. You have all said yes. You have all come forward. Now understand, please, that by doing this, you have decided to be the one who makes herself known, being that responsible to the challenges she may see before her. Let me start that over because I got a little tongue-tied there. Now understand, please, that by doing this, you have decided to be the one who makes herself known, being the responsible one to the challenges she may see before her. We ask you only one thing: to be yourselves as the one in charge. Do not be who you were taught you were, what you think you should be. You must decide that you are who you say you are, and that is what calls your future to you. Now we will only say one thing to Paul, who is very worried today about his reception. The reception is perfectly fine. We do our job very well, despite how you feel. And the concerns you are feeling now are about the frames you would hold for how a book should be. We are the binding and the authorship and the producer of our text, and if we do not like something, we will make it known. Now, to be in responsibility simply means that you know that you are the one in charge of your own responses. You are the one who makes known that the requirements are for your being through every interaction you have. You are the one who believes that what is outpictured before you is a creation that may be attended in accord with the new knowing that you hold. Now ask yourself this: is there an aspect of my life that I put aside, that I disagree I am in control over? If that is the case, put this thing before you and look at your relationship with it. How do you engage with this thing that you claim is beyond your control? How do you decide that you have no merit in the face of this thing? Now, Paul is getting in the way. Well, what if it's a big thing, the state of the economy or the state of the world? There is nothing that is beyond you in your attendance to yourself as an aspect of the Creator. You must understand that you all contribute to these things that you believe are so vast and so mountainous. You are all in engagement with the economy. You are all in engagement with your lives as one who proffers, expects, calls to her what she needs to be in engagement with finance. So if you look at your own pocketbook and you begin there, you may attend to the world. It's a nice way to avoid responsibility, to say that I cannot change something. Well, you cannot change something if you don't believe you can. Now, why do you want to be the one powerless in the face of change? Why do you want to be the one who cannot claim her future in the face of what has been created before you? Why do you walk away in the face of a challenge that seems beyond you? In this next section of the book, we will call The Kingdom, and that will be the title of the chapter we are writing now. We will be taking you through your own accountability to great structure as one who can manifest the Christ in ways that will transform everything. Now, this is not a veiled promise. When we speak of frequency, we speak of the interaction of frequency between you and what you see before you. When you claim, I am word through all I see before me, in fact, what you are doing is bringing the frequency and the vibration to the divine of what you see before you, to bring it into accord with that level of truth. So consequently, there is nothing that you may perceive, there is nothing that you may see that you don't have power with. And choosing to deny that sets you apart from the authority that you are being gifted with in this teaching. The moment you decide that something is too great to be transformed, you have created a false god. When enough of you decide that you have had enough of structures that favor one man over the next, that feed one man pork, feed one man fish, and feed one man grime off the floor, you will change your mind that anything can change. The aspect of you that knows who she is can perceive these things, but does not know she is the one who can lift it. Now, yes, Paul, we are speaking of social change, but not in the way you think. We are speaking of transformation on a fundamental level, that all things may be met in accord with love. As all things are met in love, all things are transported to that level of creation. And the man eating the fish reaches to the man on the floor and lifts him to dine. You all share the same air. You all share the same sky. You share the same blood, the same materialization of form. So why do you hoard? And why do you hide from your responsibility to your creations? The moment you decide that the world may be healed, the world is in healing. And you will be met with the assignments you require to do your part as the one who may transform the world. We will ask you one thing. What is the merit of this work that we ascribe to you if it is not to heal your fellows and heal your world? What is the benefit of making claims of worth? So you may get a better car, have a happier life. You may have those things if you care for them, but they are beside the point. You all live in a plane, in a shared experience that you are all co-creating. And the manifestation of God as you, the expression of spirit through you, requires you to attend to the physical forms that have been made so at this level of frequency. Everything must be attended to in conscious thought and vibration. You do not pick away a mountain with a toothpick. You do not move a boulder with a finger. When a structure has been made solid and you believe it to be permanent, you must attend to it through your vibration. Here is what we mean. You know something to be true because you inherit it as such. Consequently, it is a mountain. Something that you must not say can be changed without appearing mad. Well, we will tell you when we said anything is possible, that is what we are attending to. The manifestations you see, each and every one of you, that are not in accord with love and were born in fear or a desire to control, must be met in an awareness of your own divine worth. As we have said to you each, as we lift you in vibration, you call to you the expressions that exist in the higher levels of knowing. You may live your life in very different ways than you were told that you would, but you are still responsible for the creations you see before you. So yes, while it is true that you may lift to a level of knowing and accord where you are not stuck by the rocks in the battle, because you have lifted beyond them, as long as the battle is in your sight, you must attend to it. What you see before you, you are in accord with. What you know to be true, you claim to be true, and you interact with as true. What you say cannot be moved will not be moved. Now, how do you attend to these things, to these structures that would attend to you and claim their power over you? We will tell you, I know who I am. I know what I am. I know how I serve. As you claim your authority as a manifestation of the Creator and you perceive the thing before you as it truly is, a creation of consciousness, you may change your mind and consequently transform your relationship to this thing. If somebody tells you something cannot be healed, or cannot be transformed, or cannot be liberated, in fact, they are in idolatry. Now, Paul is interrupting, but there are physical laws that we will attend to. And yes, there are. There will be one day when no one holds this book in their hands will be in the bodies they know now. They will have left them and attended to a new one, or aligned to a level of frequency where bodies are no longer very necessary. But as you attend to the life you live, you must understand that you have gone into agreement with the dictates that you have been told were so. The questioning, we say, is a good help, but only because it allows you to take the step that we taught you earlier. Anything is possible and will be transformed as I meet it in recognition of my true nature. When one man stands beside a fire and blows air to extinguish the flame, it may work if it is a candle wick. When 10 people surround a bonfire and blow with their mouths, they may move the flames, but they may also call 100 more people to them and extinguish the flame in another way. You all have responsibility to your environment. You share the same air, you drink the same water, and you don't act as if you are in a shared vibration. The moment you call your fellows to you, I am word through all I see before me. You anchor the vibration and align to the vibration in all you see before you, and all that you see before you meets you in the same way. How you live your lives collectively will be what changes in the years to come. You are all having to rediscover the brotherhood of man, and you are all having to discover the inherent divinity in all things. The massive change that will occur on this plane in time will be the remembrance of love as the only truth that may be attended to. Now, what does this look like? Well, when it happens, you will know. Will it happen in your lifetime? No. It is the trajectory of the species to move into recognition of divinity. The anchoring that each one of you reading this text is progressing with is not only for you, but for all mankind. While you live your lives here in accelerated vibration, you lift the vibration of everything before you, and everything before you becomes new in your own perception. As matter transforms in the face of this, and we will give you an example of what we mean. A structure is built in high vibration will be built in love, and consequently will be in accord with love. The manifestation on this plane moves into alignment with what we speak of. The divine self that you are is in demarcation. The response and the requirement for all of these things to occur. You are more than a pebble on a beach. You are an aspect of the divine. And as the beach is transformed by your knowing of this, your alignment transforms. And the witnessing of God in all things will be made known to you through your own ideals, creation, and alignment. Now, what do you need to know? How do I embark on a new journey in this awareness of my worth? How do I sing my song in the face of challenge? How do I trust this new awareness that I am coming to? That is what we will attend to now as we continue our teaching. The fear of being trusted by others is a direct reflection of your fear of trusting yourself. And your fear of trusting your Creator is another way that you outpicture this. How can you trust God when you do not trust the self that is in relationship to God? Well, we will tell you. Align to the possibility, please, that the God that you know has more power than you do to teach you what you need to learn. And the God within you, the Christ as you, is the finest teacher you will ever have. When you are confronted with something that you do not like, you must attend to it in one way or another. How you attend to your issues is always in a direct accord with how you feel about yourself, what you believe you may do, and what you are allowed to change. We have already told you anything is possible, but we will tell you this. Your own need to control your circumstances is one of the things we would like to speak of. When you are challenged by something, in many ways you are being addressed with an opportunity for transformation. And the first occurrence to each of you is to restore the balance to what you have once known, what you believe to be your safety, what you believe to be your lives. When you are a ship and you are caught in a storm, you do what you can to stay afloat. And this is understood. You do wait for the waters to stop rolling, but when you find yourself adrift on a new shore that the storm has brought you to, you may discover wonder in a way you would never have had you stayed your course. So understand, each of you, that the challenges you call to yourselves in many ways are recreating your destiny for you. Now, is this a good thing or not? You must ask yourself what you mean by that question. If you think good is knowing what you've known, it may not be good at all. If you know that everything you call to you is an opportunity to know yourself in a new way, you align to the possibilities brought to you by each circumstance. If somebody calls you a name, your first impulse will be to defend the self. Your first impulse may be to fight back. But perhaps the name you are called is a true name. Perhaps there is something you need to attend to in how you hold yourself to yourself that may now be addressed. You may have missed an opportunity that was granted to you in a new way you didn't know. When you decide in advance how things are supposed to unfold and you get what you want, you are quite content. But the creations that you bring to yourself this way are in alignment with a vibration that may not be as high as what is available to you. When you are in line with your own divine nature, your expression is calling to you those things that you need to know in order to progress and continue the rising in consciousness that you are attending to now. So every circumstance that is unknown to you may be the very thing that sings your future name, that will show you who you have become in your worth as the one who is attending to change. Now ask yourself this. When was there a challenge that you have encountered that you could not endure? None of you have had an encounter that you could not endure because you are all still here. But many of you have had experiences that you believe have claimed you, have overridden your free will, and for the life of you, you do not see the benefit of them. As we have said, every opportunity is an opportunity for you to know yourself in a new way. And in the face of pain, you may know yourself in strength. In the face of loss, you may know yourself as gifted. In the face of death, you may know yourself as alive. You may claim the things that your expression will align to. We do not tell you to be in shame for anything you have experienced. To hide your face from the light is to hide your face from Source, and Source knows who you are anyway. The life that you would live in accord with worth does not hold the vibration of shame. It cannot be known at this level of being. Now, the amplitude of your vibration goes well beyond yourself and the challenges you face individually. The challenges that you face individually are in accord with your individual learning needs. The challenges that you faced collectively are things that you need to attend to on a global realization of who and what you all are to one another. So we want to begin work on this today. We would like you to sit where you sit and to claim your identity. I know who I am, I know what I am, I know how I serve. And we would like you to look at the room around you, look at each thing that is there in the room, and claim this before you. I am word through all I see before me. I am word through all I see before me. and let your alignment in high vibration align to everything in the room. Now we would like you to take it a step further. And I am word through the home I live in will be your claim. To vibrate as the word through the structure that you are standing in, that you walk around in every day, and feel the vibration around you begin to extend. Now do your community. I am word through the community I live in, the township, the state, the country, the globe. And as you expand, I am word through all I see before me. You begin to bring the frequency of the divine to bear on all things. We would like you each to do this We would like you each to do this once a day as you learn your own vibration. You are not only healing yourselves, you are bringing the vibration of the word to all that you see before you. And you are moving beyond your personal experience to global transformation. Now, what do you say to the man that says, "This cannot be so"? What do you say to the woman who says, "This cannot be real"? What do you say to the aspect of the self that wants to go into alignment, into agreement with this? We will give you the answer. Anything is possible. Anything may be claimed. And your vibration, as we have said, in accordance with God, is a mastery. I am witnessing God in all the creations I see before me. There is nothing that I would exclude, that I would name as outside of God. There is no structure, there is no thing that I would claim unworthy of love. And as you lift this, you lift your vibration, you lift your world, and you lift a life in accordance, and you live a life in accordance with your own wisdom as the one who may know the kingdom. We will stop now. We will continue soon. Thank you for your presence. Stop now, please. So I've been staying at my mother-in-law's house for a while, and there's been challenges in that. There's been so many blessings, and there's also been a part of me that feels like I left my home in California and I don't feel like it's my home here. So it's a good one to do. I am word through the home I live in. I am word through the space I'm in. It's bringing that vibration. I've done it in a meditation before, and it was great. It changed my perspective of being here, kind of in a different home, and this is my home right now. So yeah, I'm sending love out to the space that I'm in, and I'm so very grateful. Thank you very much for anybody that joined me tonight. If you've read along, this is the book of Knowing and Worth. This is channeled by Paul Selig. Thank you very much, Paul, for being a channel for this. I'm a huge admirer of all of the work that you've put out through the guides. Thank you, guides, for these beautiful messages. And yeah, we're almost to the end of this book. We're a couple chapters out, then we'll be done with the book of Knowing and Worth. And if you have watched the other videos, if you've read these books before, leave a message and let me know how they've touched your life in any kind of way. And yeah, wherever you are, I know who you are, I know what you are, I know how you serve. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanksgiving is around the corner. I'm sending a lot of love and goodwill to everybody out there. Yeah, have a great night, have a great holiday. I'll probably be back tomorrow to read another chapter, but if I'm not, then I'll see you when I'm ready to see you. All right, thank you guys. Have a great night. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.